All right, family. I figured I'd make a video breaking down the chat language so everyone could be on the same page and understand what's going on when we talk that talk in there. So um, it's simple, really. So a trade is buying and selling, right? When we say we're gonna take a trade, we're either gonna buy an asset or sell it. We're gonna buy, we're gonna make a purchase or we're gonna make a sale. That's it, right? Trade. A position is an open trade. So if you buy a trade, right? If you take a trade and it's when it's open, right? Meaning that you're still in the trade. That's a position. We'll just say your position, right? Calls means that we're betting that the price of the asset is gonna go up, right? So if, for example, Apple is $1 and we say we're gonna take calls, we're betting that Apple is gonna go to $1.50, $2, or what have you, right? Puts is the opposite. We're betting that the price is gonna go down. So when we say puts, we're betting that the price is gonna go down, right? A leap is an options position with an extended expiration date. So, for example, you might see calls. We're taking calls, and it's gonna be a leap, meaning that we're gonna take a position that's further out, right? Months from now, months from the time we call it, months to years out, right? So it's a very extended trade, right? A swing is a trade you're just holding it overnight or longer. So if you bought a trade today, if you're in a position today and you hold it after market closes, if you hold it to the next day and so on, that's a swing trade, right? A scalp is a trade in and out, same day, maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, right? I'm personally a fan of scalping. Futures, I'm a fan of scalping futures, but we like to swing options, right? But we'll get into that another time, right? Take profit. Taking profit is exiting your trade or exiting your position to secure the bag. Excuse me, right? So, for example, right, you'll see calls above such and such price, right? And you'll see TP, and then the TP will be a certain price. When the stock or that crypto or whatever asset gets to that TP price, that's when we exit the trade. We get out of the trade because we're in profit. We got the money. We're trying to secure the money, right? We're securing the bag, right? A stop loss is when the trade is going against you and you don't want to lose too much, right? This is risk management, right? So maybe you'll have a stop loss in your head or on your screen while you excuse me, while you're trading, and that's where you'll exit the trade so that your losses aren't so great, right? And to be real, if you're unfamiliar with any trading, you're going to take losses. This taking losses is inevitable in this game, right? So this is why we have stop losses, because we don't want to lose too much money while we do take losses, right? TF stands for time frame. So you'll see in the chat, we'll talk about maybe the 5 minute TF is doing such and such, right? We're talking about the time frame in which we're looking at on the charts. And I will have videos and other material about the charts and how to read the charts in a separate video, so that all of this will tie into to what we do, right? RR is risk to reward. So, for example, right, you'll see during the call outs, you'll see, for example, puts, TP such and such price, stop loss such and such price. The TP next to TP, it'll say RR. It'll say 1 to a certain number, right? Maybe 1 to 2, 1 to 3. That means you're gonna risk, for every dollar you risk, you want to get a reward of the other number, right? So it's always going to be 1 to a certain number, right? So 1 to 3 means you're risking $1 for a $3 reward. You're risking $100 for a $300 reward. You're risking $1,000 for a $3,000 reward, and so on and so forth, right? It's always going to be 1 and then a number to follow, right? This is how we stay profitable. And again, I'll make another video breaking this down in detail. ATH is all-time high of the asset, right? So if, for example, Tesla's all-time high was $450, right? When you see ATH, that's the price we're talking about. We're talking about the all-time high of the stock since it's been available, and ATL is the all-time low, the opposite, right? So if Tesla's all-time low is $2, then we're talking about that price, right? If Apple's all-time low is $5, we mean $5, right? ATL, all right? So that's basically the chat language, and watch this as many times as you can so that it becomes a new language to you. It's like learning a new language, right? You want to be able to understand what's going on in real time because the money is happening in real time, right? So you want to be able to understand what we're talking about in real time and get busy with us, right? All right, so study up.